Hey, what's up, fifth graders? Do you miss this old room? Yes, I am at school because I have 5 children at home and I can't do a video lesson quietly. So you guys did your lesson yesterday with my best buddy, the Math Antics guy. You watched the video and learned a little bit about volume. And volume is a pretty cool type of measurement. And just as a quick review, oh no. All right, well, as a quick review, right, we talked about in a two-dimensional shape, or not even a two-dimensional shape, when we're measuring something, we use what's kind of like 1D, right? We measure a line, and we can use centimeters, we can use miles. There's all those different ones. In many things, we measure, so like if I'm measuring this pencil, right, I find the length of it. In a piece of paper, right, I would find the area of this by measuring from here to here and multiplying the sides, right? Volume is the one that is so cool because as we look at, there's so many shapes that we look at hold things. So I'm using Mr. Height stuff right now. But volume is measured, this water is measured in volume, right? How much is held in here? Now, we could measure the volume of the whole thing, right? And it would tell us how much water it could hold. We could just measure how much water is in it. Same thing with this Tabasco bottle. Now, these would be really hard measurements for us to do. I'm sure some of you guys are processing that right now, but right, is this a real easy shape? Is it a consistent shape? No, right? Even this, it kind of goes up, it kind of flexes out here at the end. This one gets really skinny. But again, we have a shape that holds a certain amount. We could also measure the amount in it, okay? So a couple things. So again, three-dimensional shapes, we have three measurements, right? We usually have, when we look at, so let me go find something that's rectangular. The trash can, right? When we look at this good old trash can that has not been used, right, we have a base, right? Well, neither of those have my name, but, right, we have from here to here, and then from here to here. And that tells us the area of it. But then we have this height, right? And so again, as you guys saw in that Math Antics video, we're really looking at that. We're looking at volume, we're looking at the three-dimensional shape, and we know that we have our length, our width, and our height. And that when we multiply them together, we get our volume. So for our work today, you guys are going to notice that we're looking at some irregular shapes. Now, as much as they are irregular, what do we notice? Anyone? Right? They are all rectangular or square, okay? And so, to think of it like this, can I take both these bottles and add the volume of this water and mix in this Tabasco sauce, and when I add them together, right, they're going to create more. And I could separate them after I added them. That would take a lot of science and a lot of work. Not going to do that. And separate them again. Okay, their volume doesn't change. And like I said, if I dumped this in here, so say the volume of this was 5 milliliters. When I dump it into this water, this would increase by 5 milliliters, right? The volume would be at the same increase. So with these, we can find volume just with both shapes and then combine them. We know when we combine something, that means we're adding it. So here we have 3 centimeters, 14 centimeters. We have a height of 5 and then another height of 5. Now here you can really just think, okay, I know my height is 5 plus 5, which is 10. And so we can solve this by doing 3 times 14 times 10. Let's see if you can solve this quicker than me. Bam, done. Yeah, I'm so quick I can write it before you can even think. So, am I done though? No. What's really important with any sort of measurement, whatever you're doing it with, is that we label it correctly. So what are we working with here? Centimeters. So is this just 420 centimeters? Well, no, because centimeters, again, that would mean me taking a long ruler and it'd be a straight line. When we measure volume, it is in a cube. So we'd say centimeters cubed, because again, we're looking at three-dimensional figures. Now, this next one isn't so easy. Unlike this one, it wasn't the same shape stacked on top of each other, right? It wasn't the same three-dimensional figure stacked on top of each other. We had a 3 by 14 by 5 and another 3 by 14 by 5 stacked on top. Here, we have two different shapes. Interesting. So, let's look at our top shape, and let's find the volume of our top shape first. So, we know that we have 7 here, right? Which means, what else is going to be 7? This is going to be 7, and this is going to be 7. Okay? We're working with inches here. What is this shape, this measurement going to be? Because we have one measurement, two measurements. We're missing a third. Well, we know this one is the same as this one, right? Agreed? You guys just keep agreeing with me. This is so nice. And then here, isn't that the same as this? And this is 4. So we know that this is going to be 4. So we know the volume of this shape is, bam, 84 inches cubed. Did I scare any of you? I know, I'm not funny. I'm trying though. I'm trying hard. So we know this top shape would fit 84-inch cubes in it, right? Now we have to look at our bottom shape. And this one's pretty simple. It tells us it's a 6 by 4 by 15. Okay? So, we multiply all the sides. We're going to do the 6 times the 4 by the 15. Bam! So that's 360 inches. Oh, cubed, or squared, right? No, Mr. Benoit, that's not the area. It's volume, so it's cubed to the third power. Okay? So, but do I have the answer yet? Do I have the volume of this whole shape? No. I have the volume of this shape and this shape. So now I need to combine them. So I have 360 plus 84. I know, my handwriting's bad, but I'm trying to film and write at the same time. I'm not that coordinated. When we add these two numbers up, we would get 444 inches cubed. Again, don't forget your unit. I will make you go back and fix your work. I will make you take another picture of your work uploaded if you don't do this correctly. It's so important because the difference of 444 inches squared, inches cubed, and just regular inches, it's so different. Okay? It's very different. It's not like, whoa, I just forgot that. Right? If I'm building something and I don't give the right measurements or do it correctly, right? It's not going to come out right. So it's so important. This bottom one, just like the other one. So here's what we know. Okay? Looks like that we know this is 4. We know this is 2. We know this is 3. We know this is 10. And we know this is 6. And I know I just zoomed in and I was working at the picture and not my phone. So let's look at the bottom box because that one looks pretty easy, right? We have a 10 by 3 by 2. So I'm going to find the volume by multiplying 10 times 3 times 2. Now, I know most of you have done this in your head already, but 10 times 3 is 30, times 2 is 60. So we know this volume is 60 centimeters cubed, okay? Now we look at this box. We know that this is still going to be 3, right? So we have this is 3, this is 4, but we don't know this. And it doesn't really tell us anywhere. But here's what we do know. Everyone knows, I've been teaching it to second graders. I'm going to zoom in. I know, it's really not blurry. Part, whole, right? Part, whole. Part, whole. So we have a whole thing of 10, right? With this part being 6. So if this part over here is 6, everyone see that? 6. And this whole thing is 10. What's this part going to be? It's going to be 4. And so again, right, this is where they're just trying to trick you. Not that hard. We know the whole is 10. We know this measurement is 6, or this measurement is 6. So we know that 6 plus 4 is 10. So now I can find the volume of the top part. So I'd multiply 4 times 3. And you can do this in any way, right? We know with multiplication, I could do 3 times 4 times 3, 4 times 4 times 3, 3 times 4 times 4. Doesn't matter. It's all going to give me the same answer. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. So my answer is 48 centimeters cubed. Again, this is a much different measurement. Cubed, it's our volume. So I add these two together. 60 plus 48. And that gives me 108 centimeters cubed. Okay? You guys are going to solve this one on your own. And you also are going to go to the problem set. Solve these on your own. I am available for questions via email. Please sign up for times on that Google Doc for video chat. You also have an exit ticket to complete. Best of luck.